together. And you guys all seem so tight-knit and close and respectful of each other. So I didn't think that would really be a problem. But to go back to what you said in regards to sitting around and waiting for someone to tap you on your shoulder, I think this is actually how this topic became a topic on Wind Down Wednesday, because we were talking about that in the last live. And I was saying that, yeah, like, you can pray about it, I think, but you actually have to put some work in as well.
Right.
Because what was it? Faith without good work is just, I don't know the rest, but
no, you got it. You got it.
You know where I'm going. So
right.
I feel like that's very true. Like, you know, you kind of have to pray about it as well, but also put that effort in. And like you said, reach out to people and say, like, hey girl, like, you know, I noticed you cool with such and such, you know, I think he looks like a nice guy, like, something like that. So you know, I just wanted to kind of express that. But Pastor Zach, I can't wait. We have a couple of comments. Let's read these. Y'all are really going into the comments. So where's Coop going to talk about some Pastor Zach? Don't he know it? Okay. Chef Manny said, I don't know the rest, but Brielle, hey girl. Okay, so actually try and not believe in the Hallmark romance. Got it. Yeah, that's true. Do not believe in the Hallmark romance, whether you are a woman of faith or whether you're a woman who's not as committed to her faith. Like, Hallmark romance does not.
It's a lie.
It does not exist. I don't think that's really real. But yeah, so moving on. So there is this big debate, you know, let's talk about how we meet people, or how you meet people outside of just being in the church. So there's this big debate on whether or not people of faith should use dating apps. And the reason that there's this debate around it is because people of faith feel as though most dating apps exist solely for casual dating. However, that may not necessarily be the case. And I kind of wanted to ask you, like, do you think that using a dating app as a woman or man of faith can compromise your personal goals or your personal beliefs? What are your thoughts on dating apps and being a person of faith?
So I think it all depends on the app. Like, what app is this? Is this Tinder? Is this blackpeoplemeet.com? What is the eHarmony? Like, what is the basis of the dating app? I think for someone that is a Christian, I think you're going to have to really think about what you value. And if it's your relationship with God, it would make sense to be a part of a dating app that makes that a center focus, if that makes sense. I think one of the challenges, though, is like, you could be anybody over the internet. Your profile could look a certain way. You could text a certain way. You could talk a certain way. But who are you really in person? Like, your authentic self? Yeah. You know, people love to be whoever they want to be behind the camera, but then in person, it's just like, who are you? So I think that's one aspect that I personally think is hard, like finding authenticity and true friendship.
Right.
But, you know, actually, I found out that 39% of couples have been formed online since 2017. And I'm like,
yeah,
wow.
Girl, you know, as a person who does not attend church, when I think about meeting people, I'm generally curious as to how people meet people. Like, in this day and age, you know, just speaking from my experience, people don't walk up to anybody, especially now in COVID, and say, like, hey, you know, you look nice. Or even if people do that, most people are not used to it now, that people are apprehensive, they're guarded, they're kind of like, why are you talking to me? So I genuinely am curious as to, like, how people meet people these days outside of dating apps. Like, I genuinely don't know how like like when I see people who, like, have met people in real life, I'm like, wow, like, that's beautiful, because I feel like that's kind of the minority nowadays. You're usually, even if it's not a dating app, it might be social media,
right?
You know, a mutual friend on social media. So I think I can definitely believe that that statistic is spot on. Definitely.
Yeah. And definitely with this pandemic, like,
Girl.
where are you going to meet anybody? You
Mm-hmm.
could go online and find something that works for you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, it's what you said. Like, I don't want to talk to a stranger that I don't know. I don't know what you got and where you've been. So please just stay away from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then also, like you said, it's like, I personally, but you know, I wouldn't consider myself a woman of faith, but I don't think it's wrong to use a dating app, but like you said, you know, using one that aligns with who you are. So maybe not Tinder, because unfortunately Tinder, you know, has become, even though it didn't start off like that, it has become this site of hookups. And you know, that's not what it started off, like I mentioned before, but that's what it's become. And let's just say you are a woman of faith and you're on Tinder and you're really trying to meet other people like you. You're going to probably get judged still if you tell somebody that you're on Tinder, which is terrible. Right. No one should be judging you, but whatever. Because I can go off on a tangent about it.
Don't get her started.
Don't get me started. But, you know, because this is a safe space and, you know, feel free to not answer if you're feeling comfortable. But I just wanted to ask you, have you personally tried any dating apps and what was that experience like for you, if you have?
Okay. So funny thing is, like, this was years ago. I think I was in college. I went on blackpeoplemeet.com and I went on there and I started a profile, but then I saw all these people from the hood that I knew and I was like, I need to get up out of here. Because if this is who on blackpeoplemeet.com, I don't need to be on there. So that was years ago. I think last year there was a dating, it's not necessarily an app, but it's a site that one of our churches has. And I went on there for a little bit, like a month, because that was the free trial. I was like, I'm not paying for this. And it was weird, if I'm honest. Like, the way that it worked is like, you fill out this questionnaire with your interests, things that are important to you. You make a little bio, and then it gives you a bunch of different people that you can connect with if you want to. And basically, say if a guy sees my profile and he wants to connect with me, basically, I forget what it's called, but say it's like connect. It'll let me know that he's interested in connecting with me, and then it rates the level. Like, I'm really trying to get to know you, really serious, or like, I want to be friends. And I'm like, this is weird. I was like, I got to get up out of here. So that was literally the only app I tried.
Like, I don't like this.
It was strange. I was just like, I don't like this. Makes me uncomfortable.
It was an app that like was built through the church, you said?
Yeah, it just was like a site where, like, our church is global, so worldwide. So there's people from everywhere. Somebody could be in Nigeria, someone could be in California, and they kind of match you with people that they think might work. But it was really weird, sis.